Let's check out the first example. So here we have to draw the separate triangles needed, and then we have to find the value of x. So to begin this problem, I'm going to draw all three separate triangles beginning with the original copy. So my original triangle, I'm going to label it as 1, and that's this big triangle ABC. And here we see that the length of BC is going to be a sum of x plus 36. And then AC, that's going to be 60, and we don't have any information for BA, so we're going to leave it blank. I labeled the two separate triangles that are nested in the bigger one with 2 and 3, so let's extract 2 and draw it right here so we can make the orientation of it be the same as this one. And notice here that the angle A gets cut in half with this altitude. So here we have A1 and we have A2. Extracting triangle 2, we're going to get A1DB. In order to make this triangle face the same direction as triangle 1, we notice that, well, first, the B's are in the correct place. Here for angle 1, we know that the 90-degree angle is at A. So let's go ahead and put that right here. And we see that our 90-degree angle for angle 2 is D. So we're going to have to flip it kind of like in this direction. And when we flip it, we're going to get this triangle having the same orientation as triangle 1. And remember, BD was length x, so here BD is going to be length x. And that's all the information we're given for that one. So let's rotate triangle 3 now. And here we have a perpendicular, but remember that the altitude creates two perpendicular angles. So here this one's also 90 degrees. Here I extracted triangle 3. And notice that in order for triangle 3 to have the same orientation as 2 and 1, if we look at here at triangle 2, the 90-degree angle is right here on the left. So here, this one also has to be here on the left. So I'm gonna flip this in that direction, and then that's gonna give me this orientation with the 90-degree angle right there, and that's gonna be angle D. And then this one's going to be angle C. And here we're going to have A2. And this is angle 3. DC, that's the one with 36. Let's label that. And then A2 to C. A2 to C, that's 60. So now we have all three triangles facing the same direction. Now I have to solve for x, so I'm going to have to make a proportion. So immediately we can see that this triangle is not going to be so useful because we only have one length given, and we can't make a proportion with this triangle. We need at least two sides. So here it looks like we're going to use triangle 1 and triangle 3. X plus 36 corresponds to 60. Let's write that down. X plus 36 corresponds to 60. Since these triangles are similar, that means that they must equal another ratio of corresponding sides, which we have, because here 60 corresponds to 36. And now we can apply the cross multiplication in order to solve for x. I'm going to begin by doing 36 times x plus 36. So 36 times x plus 36, that's going to equal 60 multiplied by 60. I'm going to split my equation to differentiate the left-hand side from the right-hand side. And on the left-hand side, I see that I'm going to need to apply distribution by distributing this 36 to both the x and this 36. 36 times x is 36x. And then 36 times 36 is 1,296. That's going to equal 60 times 60. Well, 6 times 6 is 36. We have two zeros. And now we want to isolate x. In order to achieve that, we got to get rid of this 1296. It's a positive 1296. So applying the inverse operation, we're going to be able to get rid of it. So subtract 1296. Whatever I do on the left, I have to do it on the right. So 1296. The 36x, nothing happens to it, so that one just drops. But 1296 minus 1296, that's going to be 0. And then 3600 minus 1296, that's going to give us 2304. 36x plus 0, that's 36x. And now in order to isolate x, we can again apply the inverse operation. And the inverse of multiplication is division. So divided by 36. And whatever I do on one side, I have to do it on the other. 36 divided by 36, that's just 1. So we get 1 times x. 2304 divided by 36 gives us 64. 1 times x is x, so we get that x is equal to 64. And there you have it. So that's pretty much the strategy. The strategy is draw the triangles separately and make sure that they're in the same orientation, facing the same direction. After that, you're going to have to decide which triangles are going to be useful in order to set up a proportion with your unknown variable. There may be a case in which one of them doesn't give any useful information. There might be a case where they all give you useful information and you get to decide which ones to use. But technically that's the strategy. So go ahead and try the next couple of problems, and then I'll show you another variation of these problems.